following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect those of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or your cable provider. MATV welcomes your comments. Please call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
Hey guys, welcome to the third and final game of the MNBL of this weekend. It's Sunday. Pistons and Bullets about to tip it off. Pistons hanging on to their playoff thread. They need to beat the Bullets here, which would be huge as the Bullets are in fourth place, the final place of the madness. To get to the madness, that is, Pistons are in fifth at 3-7. Should they win today, they'll still be in it. They'll have to win out, and the Bullets have to lose out for anything of that to happen. And the Bullets want nothing of that to happen. You got Fan starting off huge. He said, nah, my team's making the playoffs. And in all reality, the Bullets have a much better shot. Tied it 2 apiece, minute into this ball game.
Look over there. Into Washington, nice spin move right there, uses the glass, knocks it down.
Washington averaging 12.3 a game, third on this team. Daniels the leading scorer at 17 apiece. McCormick loses it. It's saved by the Bullets. Dean gets it over to Joseph, back at the top of the key to McCormick. McCormick butterfingers at the start of this ball game.
And he's leading with that elbow too. He thinks he's a running back.
Stolen away by Daniel. Bell Daniel, you want to talk back to All-Stars. He's the All-Star of this Pistons team.
I was just going to ask you, All-Stars voting coming up next weekend. Pistons, Bullets, tell me who you like for the All-Stars.
Well, as I mentioned, Bell Daniel, not only does he knock it down in field goal percentage, he's also at the top of the league in free throw percentage, which definitely helps his average out. Marcus Bailey, Charles Washington, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with Bailey for the second player on the Pistons. When you go to the Bullets, you have guys like Jerome Dean, you have guys like Fan, you have guys like Semexon. I like Semexon even though he's not necessarily the top shooter, but he's the top guy on the boards. And if you want a guy in the All-Star team who can get you rebounds, I'll take Shaq.
Yes. I agree with that. Shaq's not much of a scorer, but he does work in the Crayola, and that's what you want. You want somebody who's going to go down there and get dirty. Jerome Dean, he's the lead runner for Rookie of the Year. Only sophomores are eligible for that honor. And Sammy Fan, first-year senior. On the opposite end, their counterparts, the Pistons. I agree with the three that you said. You said Bellin Daniel, who became the three-point leader in one game by knocking down 9 a couple of weeks ago. Marcus Bailey, Washington down low in the paint. Those would be the three from each team that I would pick.
Now, how many players total make the All-Star team for the actual players' side?
For the players' side, for the players versus the coaches, All-Stars, it can be as many players you want. You just cannot vote for your own players. For the traveling All-Stars team, it's 12 players. So 12 players max.
So in all reality, it's only 1 to 2 players per team.
1 to 2 players per team. For the traveling All-Stars, for the coaches versus players, every team has to be representative. But for the traveling All-Stars, where they play other high schools, it's the 12 best. So let's just say you don't think that the Lakers have a legitimate all-star on that team, then
Right.
you just don't vote for that person to be on the traveling team.
I see.
But that person has to be on the coaches players all-star team.
So there are two separate votes that occur.
It's one vote, but what the commissioner does, he takes the top 12 votes, the highest 12 votes, I guess they'll be top 12 votes,
Okay.
and they'll be the traveling team. And then the rest would just be on the, included in the coaches players all-star game.
I see. And there's Fan now, one of the potential all-stars. Has his pick in, his pocket pick, that is. But they'll call a jump ball.
Pierre.
He's listed as 11 right there, but I have him as number 1. Another mix-up.
Another mix-up in the rosters, yes.
They can't keep changing numbers.
Yeah, sometimes a combination of they wear their last year's jersey or they forget their jersey and they pick up a spare one. But this year has been the worst when it comes to that.
Pierre comes away with it, but loses it immediately to Semexton. Out of bounds, Pistons ball. They have the 6-2 lead halfway through the first quarter.
Bellin Daniels by himself, and all he does, Jim, is look for threes.
Bullets knock it away. Call him for the travel.
Jeremy McCormick's a third-year senior, and that has just been his bane of existence in the MNBL. He's been traveling all 3 seasons.
That's right. You see McCormick, he does get the ball a lot, but just doesn't get his points.
Because he's traveling. He's a traveling man.
Ha. You get frequent flyer miles out of that.
Fan. There's Shaq with the weak side cleanup.
There you go. That's the kind of rebounding you need. And Pierre can't hold on to the ball. So Jerome Dean converts on the other end.
And that's also 6-4 for a combo of 10.
Good start. Good start.
Pistons up by 2.
We did tie last game.
We tied last game, yes.
So this will be the tiebreaker. Now I'm nervous. Fan to the basket, cuts through the defense.
But there's a Shaq right there to put it back. And Shaq is a sophomore.
That's scary. To think 2 more years of this kid? Only potential. Up fake looks underneath. Shaq blocks it from behind. Pistons get another shot. Marcus Bailey tries to clean it up. Now Pierre will get his turn.
Sixers just crashing the board. Sixers. They're not even playing today. The Pistons just crashing the boards on that.
And after being down 6-2, they're on a 6-0 run.
That's what I meant to say. 6-0 run, not Sixers.
Exactly.
There goes the Shaq man.
Yep, he ties it right back at 8. Bailey from downtown. Swish. They only give him 2, though. I thought he was behind the line.
Actually didn't see where his feet were at.
Refs had a better view than me. Fan from the free throw stripe, and that's a combo of 20, 10-10.
Doggone it.
Tied at 1. Bailey waiting for the pick. Said we'll go to the baseline for Daniel. No good. Rebound Bullets. Oh, through the defense goes Jerome Dean.
Uses the glass. Good things happen to you when you use the glass.
Getting ready to check in is Cal Rufo, number 42 for the Pistons. And here's Dean on the steal. Back-to-back layups for him.
Paul Conrad's disgusted.
(14-10), Bullets with the lead. Couple minutes left in this first quarter. Great bounce pass underneath to Daniel. Kicks it back out to Bailey. Short rims it. Daniel with the offensive board, and he's fouled by Shaq. Daniel, as I mentioned at the top, one of the best free throw percentage shooters in this MNBL, and that'll get you places. Not too many players can shoot above 50% in this league.
And I just don't understand that, Jim. It's free. Those shots are free. You're uncontested. You got 10 seconds.
Well, it's because it's something they don't often work on.
Well,
and you're sure you can work on it in practice too, but how many times are you going to work on that outside of practice?
instead of trying to shoot those threes, they should go to the line and practice those threes.
Yeah. Tries to lay it underneath to Sands. Fan the other way, he's missed consecutive layups. Bailey loses the ball. But Daniel cleans it up.
Bill and Daniel with the cleanup, weak side. The Pistons pull within 2, 14-12.
Pistons look to double team Fan. And Jerome Dean tries to get it to McCormick. Has a little bit of an argument with him now.
Miscommunication.
Bailey just inside the line, well short. Daniel, offensive rebound, turnaround jumper. Yes, sir.
Man, that was a tough shot for him to make.
He can make it. Tied at 14. And here's Dean,
16-14, combo of 30. So, yeah, so we both, was a half? Should we do a half? So we both got one.
Keep it at one.
Okay.
Or we could at least say we're at 2. We'll say 2.
Okay.
Marcus Bailey.
And we both were
back at 16.
We both were reading that one.
Should have been able to say like jinx. Well, that'll end the first quarter. Solid effort by both teams as we're tied at 16 apiece. The Bullets and the Pistons fighting for that final playoff spot.
And their rewards, Jim, would be to face possibly the Sixers in the first round. Hardly seems like a reward, does it?
Well, Sixers did just have their first loss.
To the Bullets yesterday.
It was to the Bullets, so the Bullets know in their mind that they can beat that team. And with that mentality, I'm sure they don't mind going up against the Sixers again.
There has only been one time that the 4 seed beat the 1 seed and went on to take the whole doggone thing, and that was in 1988. The Bullets were the 4th seed. They beat the 1st seed. Who the 1st seed was in 88? I know they beat the Hawks in the big dance. The Hawks was the 2 seed. It's escaping me now. 88, who was the 1st seed? Slipping my mind at this moment, but in any case, the Bullets were the first and only 4th seed to upset the 1st seed and then take the title. The 4th seed has only upset the 1st seed 5 times.
Coming back to start the second quarter, tied at 16. Bailey, down low to Steve Sands, off the glass and in.
Use the glass.
And there's Jerome and Jeremy once again going at it. Daniel for three. Rebound to Jerome Dean. Lead pass ahead.
Oh, he traveled. Yes, they got him. Just couldn't slow his momentum. Who's that, Chamsendine?
Lob pass. You got to pass it quicker. Otherwise, it's going to get knocked away as it was there. Pierre needs to do something with it. Get past to Bailey.
I was going to say, all that dribbling.
Double team, puts up an awkward shot, but Rufo tries to clean it up. Shaq pulls down the rebound. Stans grabs it again. Here comes Bell and Daniel. Finds Bailey all by himself. Can't convert. Rufo again with the offensive rebound. Nicely done. Quick shot. Doesn't go glass, though. I'm learning.
And that didn't happen because he didn't use glass. Kyle Rufo did not use the glass. Coming down with a nice rebound, though.
Pierre takes it himself. Partially tipped. Rufo stripped. Now Stans with a try. Out of bounds. Sonics. Pistons will keep the ball.
Head coach Paul Conrad of the Pistons looking for a foul. He's just not getting any referee love.
Oh, that rimmed in and out.
Paul Conrad's taking that long walk down the hallway.
Dean through the defense. Averages 15 and a half a game. Showing why there as he ties his team back up at 18. It's about 7 minutes remaining in the half. They'll call a jump ball here. As Celestin sets to check in for the Pistons. Number 5. He'll sub for Sand.
Pistons win the tap, Bell and Daniel.
Smart shots, guys, smart shots.
Nearly stolen away by McCormick, does a little tuck and roll. 3-second violation. Fan double teamed at the point. Shaq around the pick. Stops Pops. No good. Daniel runs the length of the court. And Fan comes down with the rebound. 3-on-2 break. To the right hand, to the left side, and he's fouled.
Fouled by Kyle Rufo. The Bullets had numbers. If I was Fan, I would have slowed it up just a little bit and hit one of my teammates on the wing. Obviously, he opted not to do that.
Gideon, number 7 for the Pistons, checks in. He'll sub out Pierre. Dean with the offensive board, and he draws a foul. missed the first of two. Daniel comes up with the loose ball. Bounce pass. And the shot's well short. Now Shaq ahead with it. Fan looking to cut through everybody. Loose ball going the other way. Still tied at 18. Good idea. Coach suggesting they run the offense.
Let's try something different. Let's slow this down and play organized ball.
Bailey can't hit. Shaq pulls it down. Ahead to Fan. Tries to go around everybody. Should have passed it there. Had about 5 Pistons trying to get the ball away from him.
Pistons will call a timeout.
And then Fan picks up the foul himself. Pistons will get the timeout. Still tied at 18, 3:27 remaining in the half.
Must win again for the Pistons. Pistons win. They chances for postseason play stays alive. They lose, they're done, and they will get the 4th pick of the draft. Because the teams that are under them, which would be the Kings, Celtics, and Lakers, they cannot catch the Pistons. Cannot catch the Pistons. Pistons have 4 wins. They won't catch them. They have to just keep on winning. They have to win the rest of their games. Have to win the rest of their games. What hurt the Pistons' chances was the upset that the Bullets pulled yesterday against the Sixers.
Yeah, that kind of hurt.
Yes. I was talking to Paul Conrad before the game about that. He said when that last second shot went up as a buzzer beater, he said it figures.
Bailey to Daniel.
Paul Conrad's going to take that walk down the hallway again. That's a lonely walk, Jim.
Gideon was fading away when he had nobody in front of him. And Dean converts on the other side. Great offensive start for Jerome Dean, the team's leading scorer. Bailey likes that right side. Another rebound to Smexon. Loose ball. Thrown away.
Oh, that was nice defense.
Right back. Had his chance, but smartly pulls it back up. Now Fan with it. That's blocked. Foul called on the shot. And Marcus Bailey will get to the line. Missed them both.
Oh, nice
bounce pass ahead.
Called on Tiongson. Tiongson kind of disagreed with that call.
As he usually does. As most players do in this
Yes.
league. 20-18. Bullets lead. Stolen away by Dean. Seems like his third or fourth steal already. He'll put it in for two.
20s are wild.
Combo 40. Goodness gracious. We're tied at 3.
Both sitting on that one. As we know, it's 22-18.
So we both got it wrong, actually. No, did you say 22?
I said 20s are wild, so yeah.
20s. Okay, so we both got it wrong. Fair enough. Fair enough. Either way, it's tied at 2. Here's Dean ahead of the pack. Rufo was lucky that didn't hit him more centered when they were trying to keep it in bounds.
Yeah. And the Pistons are having a hard time just making layups.
Count the basket and the foul. Fan converts, 25-18.
The old-fashioned three-point.
That's right. 7-point lead for the Bullets as we approach the final minute of the half.
Not to tell you, Jim, that three-point play is more impressive than shooting beyond the arc. Blocking foul on Fan.
That's right. He was shifting his feet. Thought he drew the charge, though. Pistons inbound underneath the basket. Just get it in. Lead pass ahead to Dean. Great look ahead to Tiongson. Left side of the glass.
That was a nice pass. Very unselfish play.
Somehow didn't go out of bounds. And Dean, the speedster, gets a second opportunity and doesn't miss twice.
He tried to go fancy the first time. Second time, he just went straight to the rack.
The largest lead of the game, it's 11. That'll end the half, 29-18. We'll see you for the second half.
I just needed to know what.
What's up? Welcome back to the second half of Pistons Bullets action. The fight for fourth place continues.
The Pistons are 20 minutes away from elimination. That wasn't positive. And we got a call on 50.
29-21. Let's establish a little ground rule, all right?
Okay.
So do we need to say the score and then the combo?
I
Or
think
are
it's
we just going to do the combo?
I think we'll just do the combo.
Okay. Daniel looking for back-to-back threes, no good. Rebound to Shaq. Gets it ahead to Dean. Lead it over to Fan. Jump shot well short. Goes out of bounds. Pistons ball. How about if you get a false start, so you say a combo of something before the basket goes in and the basket misses or something, then that should decrease you a point. Just so you're not trying to jump ahead.
Okay,
Cheat.
I like that. I like that. So if you commit to say it before it actually drops through the cylinder, you better hope it drops through the cylinder.
Jiangsun pulls it away, and he's ahead of the pack.
Jiangsun got away with a double dribble. Oh, that was a nice behind the back pass from Dean to Fan. But Jiangsun did get away with a double dribble right here, Jim.
Well, Pierre made him suffer by blocking it in his face. 33-21 Bullets. Dean, left side off the basket.
Off the rim, front rimmed it. Washington hasn't made any noise in this game, Jim.
Does usually average about 12 points a game. Nowhere near that today.
And he commits the foul. Charles Washington is trying to argue his case, but once the men in the black and white striped shirt blows that whistle, it's done.
Yep. Smexa can't take advantage, though. He's a 50% free throw shooter.
Washington has 3 fouls. That's a pair and a half.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
34-21 Bullets. Jump ball, and Dean pulls it away. But then he quickly loses it over to Washington, who loses it himself. Ping pong action here at MNBL, the Ferryway School.
Youngson.
Johnson, he'll make a couple of baskets a game for you. Bailey down low, and they'll call a foul. Foul's on Shaq. That's 2 on him.
And Shaq was arguing the whole time.
Converts 1 of 2. 36-22 Bullets. Halfway through this third quarter. Gradually pushing toward that 4th seed.
Oh, that was a mugging just happened.
Yeah, Johnson put it up. Bullets couldn't get the rebound. The Pistons lose it right over again. So Dean will inbound for the Bullets on the offensive side. Stolen away by the Pistons, and they have numbers if they hurry. Bailey, fadeaway jumper. Could have taken it to the basket there on transition.
I don't know why he didn't. Now, that was a nice pass right there. Combination of 60.
Oh. Oh.
I was sitting on that one for a minute.
That might have been the game killer right there.
You have a 1-point lead now. Daniel rims out the 3.
You have the advantage, though, because you don't have to call the action as much. Although the color guy should be talking a little bit.
Hey, it's not my fault you're better at this than I am.
All right. Thank you for the sentiment.
Bullets will have a 3-man substitution here, which shouldn't seem unusual as they have the largest roster in the league. They need to get everybody playing time,
and
at least 5 minutes.
And these 3 guys going to be playing the stop time, as the Pistons will call a timeout, with 4 minutes exactly to go till the end of the third. Bullets up 38-22, and yes, that is a combo 60.
Why aren't they pressing? Do they usually? Sometimes. Oh, no.
The Bullets are 14 minutes away from locking up the 4 seed.
Hey, Nesta, why aren't they pressing? The Pistons.
Possibly because they don't have one. Lisa Ruggiero, the fiancée of Paul Conrad, had no comment. probably wishing that these were the days of Anthony Guerrero playing, but those aren't those days anymore, Lisa. Those days are long gone.
Bolts will get it back. They maintain a 16-point lead. Fan around the pick. Sealed off, has to kick it back out.
Elins Joseph draws the foul.
Joseph, fresher in the game for the Bullets.
Assistant coach Howard Johnson. Howard Jones. I was thinking Howard Johnson, Hojos. I'm getting a little hungry here. Hojos. Howard Jones. Trying to plead the case, but it's not going to make any difference.
Almost forgot to inbound it.
They got the Shaq man for fouls.
Three on him, better watch out.
And now he's arguing with his teammate.
Still only three on the team, though, so they're not necessarily in foul trouble.
What the Pistons need to do, they need to start hitting their free throws and take advantage of the stop time, Jim.
Couldn't knock down either there. Bullets just get it in.
Yeah, I was going to say Elins Joseph to the Shaq man.
Stolen away by Bellin Daniel. Crosses it over, gets it stolen away. Fan is hacked.
Hacked in the act. Hacked in the act. You haven't been paying attention. Knocks down the front end of two.
That's right, he's 43.6% from the free throw strike. Has a second chance here. Can't convert. Bonet comes away with it. He tries to save it. And now here come the Pistons. Pierre tries to cut through the defense and draws the foul.
He had Daniel on the right wing, Bailey on the left.
That's right. Couldn't hit either of them. Wasn't even looking at either of them.
Not at all. The ball is round. On this planet, it dictates if you bounce it, it'll come right back to you. You don't need to look at it when you're dribbling.
41-22 Bullets extending their lead gradually throughout this game.
He had Daniel again right there.
He wanted to do something fancy with it, trying to please the crowd.
Oh, this is going to be a long 4 minutes. Stop time.
Yeah. Behind the back bounce pass to Bailey. Can't do anything with it. Now we get a jump ball.
Fan going to take the outside shot. Side rims it. Elins Joseph with the weak side rebound, and he is fouled by, is that Gideon? Mackenzie Noel.
It's a 20-point lead again, 42-22.
As Elin Joseph drains the first of two. Ugly second shot.
Out of bounds, going back to the Pistons. Bell and Daniel to the baseline. Yes, sir. Count it.
Falls for him.
The only two players who I know can make that shot now are Steve Nash and Jason Kidd. The only player who I knew used to be able to make that shot was Larry Bird. That fadeaway through the baseline, almost falling out of bounds.
Hey, you know, Bill and Daniel didn't watch Larry Bird, so he's been watching Steve Nash.
And that shot worked for Jason Kidd too. Actually in the playoffs a few years back, it was a game-winning shot to send them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Fan around the pick, nicely done. Can't get the basket though. Bailey underneath to Washington, needs some offense. Trying to get it back here as he converts there.
That was a nice move for a big man down low.
42-26 Bullets. Out of bounds, Bullets ball.
Don't let him shoot, don't let him shoot.
Washington grabs the rebound.
Nice pass.
Combo
Combo
70. Got you before. I got you. I got you. I had a half second ahead of you on that. So we're tied again. We're tied again.
But that was a nice pass, unselfish play. They can convert this to a three-point play with 29 ticks left to go in the third. Bangs it.
We approach under 30 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Fan calls a timeout.
And that's a smart decision there. You don't want to turn it over if you can't get any help. .29 Bullets. 18.7 on the third quarter shot clock. Bullets break the timeout with a 13-point lead. Playing great defense here throughout this game.
Dylan Daniels I was going to say he's going to jack up a three.
Two chances, and on the second attempt, Washington puts it up and in, and he'll go to the line.
If Washington can bang this down, they will pull the Pistons within 10. Violation shooter. Early entry.
You should concentrate on trying to make the free throw first. I mean, I see guys like Hooper on the Sonics as we end the third quarter, 42-31 Bullets. I see guys like Hooper on the Sonics who always follow his shot to grab the rebound. And it works for him sometimes as he puts it back up and in. But his field goal percentage is horrible because of that.
Yes.
And especially under the free throw line, when you don't have to worry about that kind of thing, just put it up.
Just concentrate on the back of that cylinder. Put the ball through. For the final 10 minutes to go, 11 points better are the Bullets, 42-31. Once again, I'm sorry, we both had the same idea. Once again, I was going to say that the Pistons are 10 minutes away from elimination. And Jim, what do they need to do to avoid that?
Well, I should be asking you that as the play-by-play guy.
What they need to do, they need to concentrate down low in the paint, okay? They need to stop trying to set up three-pointers. They certainly can't get into a situation where they're exchanging passes with the Bulls because that's not going to do anything. And they need to take advantage of certain combinations the Bulls have on the floor. Right now, the Bulls have S-Chuck on the floor. The Pistons should go right at him. S-Chuck is the person who just inbound the ball. So the Pistons going to have to try to take advantage of the disadvantage that the blue is putting on the floor.
Arid pass, out of bounds. Bell and Daniel, no good. Steve Sands puts it back. Ball will go the other way.
Steve Sands had a nice weak side rebound, but then he just threw up and a no-looker, we'll call it.
And Daniel with an unusual rebound. Before the shot, they call a foul.
Bell and Daniel at the line where everything is free, 1-1. Pistons are in the bonus.
And this is big for the Bullets as Jerome Dean is back into the game. They need some offense to re-grab their big lead. They had it as high as 21 earlier in the game. Now it's down to 10.
He made that look like ice cream.
I haven't heard you say that all year.
Yes, I've been, can't use all the phrases up early. Got to spread it during the season. Was there no? Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there.
42-33. Pistons only a 9-point deficit now as the Bullets have the ball. But as I mentioned, their big offensive presence, Jerome Dean is back into the game as Islands Joseph puts it up and in. 44-33, the lead is back to 11.
That was a nice pass, but you got to hit those if you're Charles Washington.
Dean needs to look ahead. He does. Great look. Cannot convert, does Joseph, but Dean gets the rebound. Partially tipped. Joseph also tipped. Bulls will get another shot.
Washington got away with contact. That was definitely a foul on him. You know the best thing I like about the Shaq man?
What's that?
Is that he knows his range. He never tries to take any outside shots. He knows that his bread and butter is in the paint. I like that. When you know your range, when you know your game.
It gets them about 11 points a game. Fan to the basket. Shaq tries to put it back up.
They got him for 3 seconds. Pistons did an excellent job closing the door on the Shaq man when he got it in the paint.
Here's Daniel. Nearly falls out of bounds, but saved over to Bailey, who tries to get it back to Daniel. Just throws that out of bounds.
Pistons became a little bit discombobulated. They were asking the ref for the whistle, and you just got to play until you hear the whistle.
Court can get a little slippery here. McCormick, welcome to the basketball game.
Yeah, you only had 5 more minutes to go, basically. I think those are his first points of the game. I'm not sure. Washington in the paint.
Charles Washington. And it's 46-35 Bullets.
And
Stolen away by Pierre. Marcus Bailey now. It's only a 9-point lead. Bullets need Dean. He has the ball now. He's double teamed. So they get it down low. They steal it away. Excuse me, he wasn't double teamed that, but that still was great defense. Decent defense on his end.
Pistons are making stops. That's very good. Washington, he used the glass.
That's right. Seems like almost all of his points have come here in the second half. You were talking earlier in the game as we get a timeout from the Bullets about Washington missing his offensive side. But he must have heard you speaking because he's picked it up since then.
Well, unfortunately, if he needs me for motivation, that's not a good thing. But I'm happy that he is motivated because I think this Pistons team is talented enough to go into the madness. If you watch the first show of ATR on ATRlive.com, I did pick the Pistons to get the 4 slot. So I do want them to, I want them to keep this going. I do not want the madness all set this early. This is very early for all 4 teams to be all set.
Well, who were the other teams that you picked?
I actually said that the Sonics were coming first, the Hawks were coming second, the Sixers third, and the Pistons fourth. And then I had the Sonics beating the Pistons in the first round, the Hawks beating the Sixers in the first round. Then I had Sonics, Hawks, Sonics taking the whole thing. Brad had the exact same as me, but his big dance was Hawks beating the Sonics.
Fair enough. Jerome Dean, there you go. The offense they needed just there to stop the streak of the Sonics. Fan to Joseph. Drains it.
Not known for his scoring.
50-39. Bullets, 11-point lead.
Kyle Rufo using the glass. And we're coming into stop time, which will be key for the Pistons.
Jerome Dean from the baseline. Short rims it. Washington having trouble with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Pierre. Pierre passes it to Daniel. That would have been huge.
All he has to do is look up court.
Joseph unable to recover. Foul on the floor.
On Fan. Pistons in the bonus. On this last trip down the court for the Pistons, Jim, Bell and Daniel step back for the 3. It was ill-advised. He had an open lane for the 2. Go for the 2. There's plenty enough time. Did not need the 3. Kyle Rufo at the line where everything is free. Could not connect.
Check. Butterfingers for Joseph the past couple of minutes.
These turnovers could get him. Oh, he traveled.
Well,
He got
to
him.
extend their defense, and it proved well right there. McCormick in the paint. Gets his own board. Washington comes away with it. Rufo head of the pack. Awkward layup shot. And here comes Jerome Dean. Fakes it. Tries to put it up himself. Joseph looked like he got smacked around, and now two bullets collide. Bailey. And he's fouled.
That was some of the ugliest basketball, and if you don't believe me, look at head coach Paul Conrad. He's got Excedrin headache number 12. That was so ugly. They were so fortunate to score.
We had two bullets fall down on the other end of the floor, which helped.
What was that?
First of all, Pierre was lucky he didn't get a traveling violation. Three-point play, the old-fashioned three-point play, pulls the Pistons within 6, 50-44. 2 minutes and 46 left to go in regulation.
Daniel to Bailey. Ooh, went up and down there. They didn't call it.
That was a violation, Jim. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something illegal.
Yep, he jumped up, couldn't do anything with it, came back down, put up the shot. Now it's a 4-point game. Bullets still in the lead. Fan drops it down low to Joseph. Again, cannot hold on to the basketball.
It's going to stay down here, Piston ball. I know Islands Joseph, he has the toaster hands. Poof, and it's gone.
It's Bullets ball. Sexton has it tipped away. Jump ball. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 50-46 Bullets.
All of a sudden, we got ourselves a ball game.
They had themselves a 20-plus point lead. It's since been cut to 4. Pistons win the tip. Bailey. Great defense by Fan.
Piston ball. Bill and Daniel forced the three. That's ill-advised. Kyle Rufo can make it right. And they're going to call Washington over the back.
Jerome Dean sure is happy. That's 4 on Washington. That would be huge if this game were to go into overtime.
He has 2 pairs of fouls right there. Bell and Daniel, ill-advised 3. Rufo almost bailed him out. Washington commits the foul.
They get it ahead of the timeline. They're looking to eat up some clock here. Another steal.
Nice follow by Marcus Bailey.
They have 90 seconds to cut into a 4-point lead. And Pierre, that's not really his range.
If I'm Paul Conrad, I take him out. If I'm Paul Conrad, I take him out. I put in Freeman.
Pistons all over the basketball here. Finally commit a foul.
Eddie Pierre almost played an entire game, and that's only his first personal.
Now, if there's a game-tying shot at 50 to go into overtime, just don't call bonus. Okay? That's one time where I'll give it to you without you saying it. Just let me make the game-tying call if it were to come to that. Fan extends the lead back to 5. Now a 6-point game. Watch out. Pistons need a hurry here. Fan and Joseph cannot convert.
T. Youngson comes down to rebound. Jump ball.
That's right. They got all ball.
They're going to put time back on the clock. Let's see how much time elapsed. That was a former Piston player that said 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Timmy, no.
Rufo can't save it, and the Bullets will get it back. Dean makes it a combo of 100.
They just let him go.
Almost a backcourt violation. 54-46. Bullets with a 6-point lead. Under a minute to play. Daniel cuts to the basket. Shaq with the rebound. But Daniel steals it right back, and he's fouled. Ill-advised play by the Bullets.
Ill-advised play, and the Shaq man, is that 5 on him?
Yes, it is.
5 equals bye-bye. The Shaq man is done. Early showers.
Daniel needs both of these free throws.
Makes the first one like butter.
And if you want anybody at the line, it's certainly him. 71.4% from the stripe. Timeout Pistons. They're down 6 points, 36.3 on the game clock.
And the Pistons have 1 timeout remaining. Bullets, I would imagine, have... Nope, they have 1. A player called it in the third, and then the coach called 1. So 1 timeout remaining for both teams. 36.3 ticks left to go for either a possible lockup in the madness for the Bullets or the Pistons extending their postseason hopes. Referee Dave Bolduck
Showing some game.
hitting threes, hitting frees.
He always likes to do that during timeouts. Let the man get his exercise. Which is probably why he lets other players do it during timeouts sometimes too. Even some kids who aren't even in the league do it during timeouts. It's on his side, he'll let it fly. Almost thrown away. This Changsun completely rejected, but Dean cleans up the trash. 56-48.
And Bellandale all by his lonesome. So wide open.
The clock continues to run. Stolen away. Daniel puts it in. It's a 4-point game.
He can move on a made basket. When it's a made basket, you can move. When it's not a made basket, it's a travel. It was a made basket, Howard. You know, when you're in the heat in the moment, when you're playing for your playoff life, these little things can slip your mind. Hence, we have the phrase LOT.
Yet, how come the clock does not stop after a made basket under this type of circumstance? I mean, a lot of time ran off the clock there, and I see in college ball and in NBA as well, when there's a made basket in the final couple of seconds, the refs will stop the clock until the ball's inbounded again.
Really? I haven't noticed that. We have to ask Commissioner Ken Mazonson that. I actually don't pay attention to that as far as the college and the pros go. But that's a good question.
I mean, especially this being stoppage time. You would think you'd get a stoppage in play after every made basket.
Look at that. I'm going to have to ask him. Maybe he's in a hurry to get out of here, too. Look at him yawning. He's still yawning.
We are running late. This is the final few seconds of the third and final game of the weekend.
And last thing we want to see is overtime. We just want a winner.
Bullets need to inbound.
And that'll be the game.
Does the whistle blow? Yes, it does. The final whistle blows, and the Bullets are in the playoffs with a 56-52 victory over the Pistons. For Nestor Dudley and Sean Hickey behind the camera, I'm Jim Foley saying thanks for tuning in, and see you guys next week.